and today I am going to be making some Rice Krispie marshmallow treats. And not just any marshmallow Rice Krispie treats, they are going to be Halloween themed. I am going to try and make a witch's hat, Frankenstein, as well as ghosts. Try, as I said. Let's get to it. For the recipe that I am making, obviously you need your marshmallows. For me, I'm using white chocolate for the ghost, dark chocolate and white chocolate together to make the grey for the witch's hat. I have got some green food colouring for Frankenstein, some googly eyes for Frankenstein, and maybe for the ghosts, depends how I feel. You're going to need, obviously, casserole dish, something like that. I've just got, this is the biggest one I have, some parchment paper, obviously, so you can line it, all that kind of stuff, as well as some Rice Krispies, a big bag of Rice Krispies, because this is not just the only batch I'm going to be making, I'm going to be making some more, so I need a lot. So first I'm going to line this. I don't have any spray to put it on, so I use some butter. So, you're going to get some butter on your fingers. Make sure it's warm, room temperature, so it's easier to use and to grab. Just obviously line this with a little bit of butter and then put obviously your parchment paper on. Don't forget to line the sides of it as well, so then the parchment paper sticks to that bit as well. You don't want it just on the bottom, because you want to make sure it stays together when the mixture goes in. Right, so that's all the lines now, so you get your parchment paper and measure it up. Let's move that out of the way. That looks like enough. Oh, I'm terrible at ripping parchment paper. Oh god, that'll do. Oh Jesus, there's a tear in it. You'll be okay. Oh, flatten it all down. There we go. And after we've obviously done that, we line it again with some more butter, because marshmallows are very sticky when they're obviously melted a bit, and this recipe is going to be very sticky. So we want to make sure that we can obviously pull it away from this. So, lather it up some more with some butter. And I reckon this time make this a little bit more covered, more than the bottom, because we want to make sure it comes out. Because we want to make sure it comes apart from parchment paper. So, don't lather it too much, just lather it enough that you think it will come apart. Sometimes it's very, very fiddly. It can be very frustrating sometimes, but we'll get through it. And it doesn't matter if some of the parchment paper isn't straight and it makes little bits, it doesn't matter really. You can mould it afterwards for it to look nice and pretty. Right, so after you've obviously lathered all of that up, just go and move this off to the side. Right, so now it's time for big saucepan, for the butter, and for the marshmallows. And we're going to combine all this, and we're going to melt it onto the stove. So we're going to heat up the stove on high at first, so then obviously it heats up. We're going to add in the butter, and obviously I'm just eyeballing it, to be honest. I did see a little bit of video, and I watched Rosanna Pansino, a YouTuber, and I absolutely love her. I've been watching her for ages. I love all of her little things. So that's where I got this idea from, was from her. going to turn that down just a little bit. So I got this idea from her, and obviously her recipe does, I think, for like 12 cubes. Obviously I'm going to be making a bit more than that. As you can see, I've got a lot of marshmallows here. Well, that's good. The butter's already starting to melt, so I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because I don't want it to burn. I'm going to add just a little bit more butter. Got to wait for that to melt properly. Then I'm going to add in the marshmallows. Give it a stir. I'm going to add in 2 bags first, and I've got both pink and white marshmallows. I couldn't just find white marshmallows on their own, so this is just going to have to do. And obviously you could probably just find white marshmallows on their own, and I hope this works because I'm going to make in different batches. So one little batch I'm going to separate, because obviously one of them I'm going to have the mixture green, as well as add some other stuff into it. Right, add in 1 pack of marshmallows, add in 2nd pack of marshmallows. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. Give this a stir. I've never done this before, so I just hope this doesn't go wrong. First time me doing this. I'm going to switch to a wooden spoon. There we go. So I don't get the horrible sound of the metal one. Just going to constantly keep stirring this because you don't want them to burn. What number is it on? It's on 4. It's medium medium heat, sorry. Well, I think I'm going to abandon my thing of adding in the green food colouring because it's got a bit pink. Not how I wanted it. I think this should be okay, so I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to keep mixing for a sec, and then I'm going to add in my Rice Krispies. And obviously if this doesn't look like enough, I can always make a new batch. Let's give this a stir in. Gently stir it in while it's still nice and hot. Oh, I lost some Rice Krispies. Next time I will try and obviously find just the white marshmallows, but I don't know. Right, so that is obviously mixed in, and obviously you can add in some flavouring if you want. So this time I won't be obviously halving here. As I said, I was going to put like a little bit aside, but I won't be this time. I won't be because obviously, as I said, it's pink, not white. Right, so obviously grab the tray that you've already lined up and then add in your mixture. Marshmallows and Rice Krispie treats. As I said before, obviously, it is a very sticky mixture. Very, very sticky. Come on. God, this is very difficult to get everything out. How do they make it look so easy? Let's pattern this down. Obviously, after you get it all smoothened out as you want it to be, then set it aside for 25 minutes, let it cool down before you want to cut into it, so then obviously none of this happens and all that kind of stuff. And I will be back in 25 minutes. Right, so while you're letting your Rice Krispie marshmallow mix cool down, let's start. And obviously, as I said before, I am doing chocolate as the coating on the tops and all that to make the designs. So let's start melting some chocolate, shall we? Let's grab a bowl, go to the stove, get some hot water in here. Won't have too much because my bowl is a little bit too big. I'm going to do the white chocolate first. Oh, break all the chocolate up into tiny little pieces. Get a spoon. Make sure to constantly mix it. Add as much white chocolate as you need. So I'm going to add a little bit more because this is not enough white chocolate. Keep on mixing until it is all melted. Now I'm using the white chocolate for Frankenstein, so I'm going to be adding in some nice lovely green food colouring in a bit. Melt, 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 melt. Keep stirring as it's melting because you do not want this to burn at all. Because chocolate, after it's melted and it dries very, very quickly. So we'll go grab our marshmallow bits and all that. Because you can either wait for it to obviously like dry completely before doing this. Obviously, I still had like a couple of minutes left just so I could obviously get this done. But it's basically been like 25 minutes since it's all been done. I'm going to add in some green food colouring now to get this chocolate looking like Frankenstein. Put as much green food colouring in as you want. I'll take this off the heat because obviously the water underneath is still quite hot. Need more green. While that's doing that on a nice low quickly, I'm going to take this out of here. Set this on the side, open it up. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Then I'm going to go get a knife. Don't need to get a too big knife, but I'm just going to cut it down. Oh, like so. Try and get them as perfect as I can. There we go. Now I've chosen 4 to give a decoration. Give them a little flatten, mould them a little bit, and then I don't know why this has gone thick for. It's gone a bit thick, but that might actually work in my favour because these Rice Krispie treats have kind of gone okay. And we're just going to decorate them. I've only chosen 4 to decorate for now, but then I will decorate some more. It's not as green as I wanted it, but it's not too bad, to be honest. It's not too bad. So after you put on the chocolate, I'm going to get my googly eyes. These packagings are the worst. Just got to grab 2 googly eyes. One can go there. And one can go there. It's coming along all good. I get a black writing icing. And I'm going to make a little scar on him. There you go. Look at that. I'm also going to give him just a plain old mouth. Another scar. Oh, there we go. And some eyebrows. There we go. There's my first little Frankenstein. Now let's do some more. Right, so after the Frankenstein, I'm now going to try and do some witches' hats. So I'm going to add some white chocolate and some dark chocolate together to get some grey. Why is chocolate so hard to break sometimes? It's more making a brown colour. I probably should have done this with milk chocolate. That might have made a grey. Oh well, shouldn't be too bad. You can get brown witches' hats, right? It didn't turn grey. Next time, I think I'll use brown chocolate and white chocolate because dark chocolate's supposed to be like a black colour. It's just not wanted to work, has it? Well, this is melting still. I'm going to grab a knife. I only want a little one. And I'm going to try and make this into a witch's hat. The way they make this look, they make it look just, you know, so easy. At least I tried. This one is much watery than the last mixture. Not grey as I wanted it to be, but better than nothing. As you can see, it's a bit brown. Probably the best you're going to get from me as a witch's hat. I don't know what this little extra bit is on the side is. That it's supposed to be doing something, but it doesn't want to work. Right. It's a little bit watery than obviously the last one. I don't know why the last one went so thick. It must have been the food colouring. Food colour gel. Ah, that's probably why I got a gel. I didn't just get a liquid form food colouring. I'm such an idiot. I saw food colouring And I thought, yeah, I'll get that. But it's a gel. It's not what I needed. Let's try and get the sides just a little bit as well. God, I'm terrible at designing things, aren't I? This does not look like a witch's hat at all. Well, there's my witch's hat. I'm going to do a little bit more and then we'll go and move on to our last one. Right, so after my massive failure of the witch's hats, I'm going to be doing the ghosts now. Yay! See how much of a failure they come out. Try and cut these into ghost shape. Let's try. For these ones, I might use the googly eyes on some. I do, obviously, as I did on the Frankenstein. Got the black food colouring that I use as the mouth and the eyes. And obviously I use it as the mouth for the other ones that I'm going to use for the googly eyes. Cut these a little bit more down. Just look, I've made a coffin. You know what, I might just keep it to a coffin. No, I've already made the white chocolate now. Right, so... now it looks like a person. God, I'm terrible at this, aren't I? There you go. Now he just looks like he has a bird leg. I'm terrible at these things. I'll have to do. Try and see if I can go on to another one. See how much better that one comes out. Right. It just looks like a monster. But once I get the eyes on it and the colour in there, it should come out alright. So glad I never became an artist. I am terrible. Can't do art for the life of me. God, why won't you just be separate? Oh, that's a bit too much. This one with the black food colouring. Where are two eyeballs. And a mouth. Ta-da! It's not too bad. My mouth's kind of moving all over the place because white chocolate is obviously still wet. I'm very messy, as you can see. Right, so I'm gonna decorate the others and try and cut the others to look nice, and then I'll be right back. This is all I've done, and obviously the witches' hats, they look more like mountains than they do witches' hats, really. So maybe I need to do something else. And obviously this one, look at him. Ain't he cool? I used the rest of the chocolate to cover that one. I like this ghost that I made. Look, he looks like he's crying. And that's so cool. I like that one. And obviously, as I said, ones have googly eyes and ones don't. Right, so obviously if I do this again, I will try and do a little bit better, but they came out okay. definitely was fun. I'll definitely have to do this again because this is my first time. So the more I do it, the more probably better I'll get. But right, time for a taste test. See how these taste, because I've never done marshmallows and Rice Krispies before, and I'm not a big fan of the white chocolate, so I'm not going to try these ones. So I am going to try this one right here. So let's have a look how it tastes, shall we? That actually really tastes good. I love that. That's so nice. Wow. Definitely will be making this again. Or it's Halloween. I might even do Christmas ones. If you lot want to see me do some Christmas ones, let me know down in the comments. Obviously, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.